Hello, this is Kaki Lee, and welcome to the Abundant Goddess Show, where I'll be sharing daily, bite sized pearls of wisdom I've picked up along my life journey that has allowed me to embrace and unleash my inner abundant goddess. And that's exactly what I want for you, to embrace and unleash your inner abundant goddess. I love talking about anything and everything to do with life, but I especially love talking about money, mindset, and energy, which is the main focus here. If you like what you hear, make sure you subscribe to my show so you don't miss out on your daily dose of wisdom from myself. And also follow me and let me know what you think on Facebook and Instagram at Abundance with Kaki Lee. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Abundant Goddess Show and day 2 of my 40 Days to 40 series, where I'm sharing 40 things I've learned in my life so far over 40 days. The next pearl of wisdom I want to share is to unsubscribe from what other people think of you. This is a massive one for me because I was a chronic people pleaser, which meant I cared a lot about what other people thought of me. And it also doesn't help that I'm actually quite a sensitive person, even if I don't show it. So if someone made me think that I did something that wasn't nice, or they tell me that I'm selfish, or whatever it is that they say or make me think they are thinking, I will feel absolutely crap about myself, even if it wasn't true. Ugh, right? Does that make you cringe? Did you know most people go against what they want because they're too worried about what other people will think of them? So they do something that they don't want to do, or they stop themselves from doing something they actually want to do. Isn't that absolutely crazy? I mean, why the hell do we do that? And then it hit me. For me, mine was upbringing and society. I just had a conversation recently with my mum, and she was saying, oh yeah, when I do go out with these people, I just kind of go with the flow, even if I don't want to do it, or even if sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a bit silly, or can we not do that, because I don't want to get other people upset, and I don't really want them to really think know what I'm thinking. what 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 the actual fuck? And that's how I was brought up, and I'm not criticizing my mom at all, because that's just how she was brought up. But that is exactly what we do all the time. We care too much about what other will think. We're scared of offending other people if we tell them what we really think. And so we go against what we want. And yes, sometimes there is times where you have to give and take, but there is a discussion for you to come to a outcome where you are both happy with the outcome, right? Is a win-win situation. In this instance, you're losing and that person's winning, and they don't even know that you're losing, and you're just making yourself lose without even trying. I mean, there are times when you just go with the flow. Like, for example, when my friends and I are organizing out where to go, right? Nowadays, for me, I literally don't care where we go, because my outcome when I want to organize something with my friends is to see my friends. So the venue doesn't really matter to me. They're like, oh, let's go to this place or this place, or, all those kind of things. It doesn't matter. My goal is to spend time with them because I love spending time with them. So, I do go with the flow in that instance because I actually want to go with the flow and I really don't care. Right. But if there's something they suggest and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to eat that, then I will speak up. Right. But when you are just choosing not to speak up, even when you absolutely don't want to do something, then you are not choosing yourself, and you are caring too much about what other people think. Now, the next thing I realized why I was a chronic people pleaser is society. And one thing that I probably just need to say this, and you'll understand, social media plays a big, big role in that. And if you don't understand, ask me later. I mean, does it even make sense to you why we care so much about what other people think of us? And why do we even think that we are such an important part of someone else's life that we tell ourselves that, oh, if I do this or I don't do this, so and so will think this of me? I mean, stop already. No one gives a flying fuck what you do unless you put it out there for people to give a flying fuck about. And the people who don't support you with what you want to do, they are not your friends. I mean, unless you're doing something that's unethical, then really, if they don't support you or they're putting you down before you even start, they are not your friends. They're too scared that you will change so much that you will leave them behind, right? And they can't fathom the thought of you changing, right? And they have your best, maybe they do have your best interests at heart, but you need to protect yourself from that kind of energy as well. So what do I do instead now? Well, I am pleased to say I am now a recovering people pleaser, which means my people pleasing tendencies do come out and play now and again, but I have awareness of when it comes out, and I know and I can shift out of it very quickly. So I just do the fucking thing and I don't care what others will think of me, because think about it. If you go against what you want, in the end, you're the one that's going to suffer and regret it. Don't be that if only person. Oh, if only I did that. Oh, if only I didn't do that. We all know one of those if only persons. I was one of them before as well. So let me know, has there been something that you really wanted to do or didn't want to do, but you went against what you wanted because you were too worried about what other people would think of you? And now I want you to tell yourself to never care about what other people think ever again. That's the end of the show and day 2 of my 40 Days to 40 series. Please share this episode with anyone that needs a reminder to unsubscribe from what other people think of them. If you like what you heard, make sure you subscribe to my show, and remember to follow me over at Facebook and Instagram at Abundance with Kaki Lee. There's fun things happening there leading up to my 40th birthday on the 30th of May. And lastly, if you're interested in working with me or learning from me, send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram, or email me at hello@kakilee.com.